Hi folks, welcome back. It's been a long while, but we're now back into the dark nights in the UK, and I've got plenty of lights to be having a play with, muck about with, review and just generally show you, starting with an AceBeam E70 Mini. Now, we should have all heard of AceBeam and be aware of who they are, but this is the first light from that particular manufacturer that I've ever had. So when it arrived, I was really pleased. And my initial impressions were, what a really attractive little light. The build quality appears excellent. We've got a removable pocket clip there. And you know what, we're not going to be able to bend that. So the initial impressions were really pleasing. So let's have a quick look and see what it came with. USB-C charging, lanyard, a couple of spare O-rings, and the manual. Before we have a look at the manual and go into the specs and so forth, this is a relatively new light from AceBeam. I think it came out in June, and what they're saying is they've put an awful lot of time, research, development and customer feedback into the design and features of this light. And we'll go through those in a moment, and then we'll show you what it looks like outside. Don't think you're going to be disappointed. I've been really pleased with it. Let's have a quick look at the manual. You can pause that if you want a little bit more of a detailed look, but I'll pick out the highlights. I will come back to this high CRI business that's been mentioned there. I'll come back to that in a moment. Toughened mineral glass, drop resistant, water resistant, power levels, turbo, 2000 lumens maximum. We're going to get a 40-second burst on that, and then drop into 600 lumens as the heat increases. High 900 to 600, medium 1 and medium 2, 380, 170, low 60 lumens, and then ultra low, which will be your moonlight, and a strobe. Your run times are looking pretty respectable there, and it's mentioned that's tested with their own battery. We've got the low voltage protection there to warn us when the battery is getting too low, and will switch off at 2.7 volts. So pretty standard stuff. Looking at that, now let's just have a quick look then and see how it actually works. And I'm looking around, where have I put them? I'm looking for something. Let me pause. That's what I was looking for. So it comes with an AceBeam battery. Let me get my, where is it? There we go. And we've got the USB-C charging built into the end of the battery there. So there's some circuitry in the top where we can plug in, and it'll turn red to tell us it's charging, and it will go green when it's fully charged. Now, the reason I was hunting around for these is that it increases the length of your battery to put that additional circuitry on the top. So let's see if we can run from a normal button top at 18650, which we can. Now that's really handy, because we can use the supplied battery, and you can charge that up virtually anywhere, can't you? If you haven't got your battery charger with you, I mean, hopefully you've got a USB-C cable knocking around, so you can quickly put that on charge, camping or whatever it is that you happen to be doing. You can buy spares of the same if you wish, but you can also pop in whatever else you like as well, despite that difference in size. And the reason for that is, if we take a look kind of down there, can we see it? Come on, it'll focus. There we go. There's a spring down in the bottom there, and we've got one at the top. And what that's going to do is give us quite a bit of leeway over the length of the battery that this light will accept. I've laboured that point because I thought it was a really nice feature to have that option. Now, in terms of its operation, excuse me, it's 2 clicks for on. 1 click cycles through our 4 modes: low, the 2 mediums, and the high. Double click takes us to turbo. A double click takes us back to where we were. Whatever mode that we're in, so that one, if I turn off 1 click, it will remember the last mode, and when I turn on, it will come on in that mode. If I go to turbo, double click, goes back to the mode it was on. That's also really handy and well thought out. You don't get much simpler operation than that either, do you? And the other thing that I thought was particularly well thought out as well, and a strobe warning mode. Hopefully you never need strobe, but if you do, I've had some of these lights where it's 3 clicks for this one, but suppose you click 4, and I've had some lights where you do the 3 clicks and your 4th click it turns off. This one doesn't. So if you need the strobe mode, it's 3 quick clicks, but if ever you need it, you're hardly going to be thinking about it, are you? So you can just literally smack that tail button and the strobe will come on. Again, really well thought out if you need it for self-defense purposes, tactical, that type of thing. You've got a lockout mode in there as well, which we recommend that you use. You don't want this coming on in your pocket, or you can just give it a twist, whichever you prefer. And you've got a moonlight mode, and those are our basic functions and an overview of the light. Now, I mentioned I was going to come back and talk about high CRI. CRI stands for Colour Render Index. We've all had these LEDs, haven't you? You turn them on and they, some of them tend to give this horrible white light. It's like you're in the dentist or something like that. And LEDs, when they first came out, they were all kind of like that. But as time has moved on, and the colour rendering index, the higher the number, the higher the light or tint of the light that is emitted from these LEDs will illuminate natural sunlight. So 90 CRI is about as high as you get. And what you find in practical use is when you turn this light onto something, you get a very, very pleasant tint in the light, as opposed to this, the horrible white dentist chair type light. It's not showing too well here at the moment on this desk because it's just bouncing back, it's too close. But we'll have a look when we take it out, and hopefully you will see exactly what I mean. In addition to that, AceBeam have gone to a lot of trouble to give us a really nice artifact-free uniform beam profile. One of the nicest beam profiles that I've seen. But again, let's take it out and we'll have a look. Well, folks, we've got the AceBeam E70 Mini with us now. This is on its highest non-turbo mode, so let me just scroll through. There's our lowest non-moonlight. Plenty of usable light with that particularly nice balanced pattern look like AceBeam said we were going to get, giving us a decent amount of light in our immediate vicinity. Let's go up a level, a bit more of the same. This high CRI, really does do it for me. It's a lot more pleasing on the eye. Next one up. Oh, gone past it, haven't I? Let's go again. There we go. That's getting a little bit more like it, isn't it? And then, to really get this right, haven't I? There we go. There's our high. 900 lumens with that really balanced spot. I think they've got this pretty nailed, to be honest, in terms of the high CRI and the pleasant beam profile. It's a really nice light to use, and then when you need it, your turbo, which is pretty impressive, isn't it? Let's move along. A little bit further on now, I'll roll through our modes. It's our highest non-turbo. Plenty of light. Kind of out across the lake. And no problem, and then turbo. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Double click. Takes us back. Turbo. Back again. Let's have a look across this other side here again and cycle through our modes. Turbo. Moving down this lake, plenty of light there, isn't there? Double click, takes us back down to high again. Overall, I've really enjoyed this light. Standard 18-650 size, but the ease of operation. So that's my dog coming up behind me there. I could hear something, sorry. Yeah, as I was saying, I really do like the light, the ease of operation, and in particular the double click to take us back to where we were. The beam profile is fantastic, hopefully, as you can see, and the high CRI really does add the cherry on top of the cake. So I think AceBeam have put together a really nice little package with this light. They're running around $80 if you buy them from AceBeam direct. I'll put a link in the description as to where you can get one from, and I'll catch you soon, folks.